there's Ben.
Okay. Yeah, phone died.
We figured.
Oh.
Okay, we're gonna do this completely ghetto style.
Yeah, phone died.
We figured. Okay, we're gonna do this completely ghetto style. There we go. Oh boy. Who else has the stream on? Is somebody else watching the stream at the same time? Does somebody else have it open on their computer, like audio or something, on a browser?
I would say they do.
Do you have it, Drew? You closed your instance, right, or at least muted it?
Yeah, it's fine.
Next time I'm in A names, I need to count. Like, all right, I just said one time with the big record. That's how I handle it.
Ooh, echo.
Yeah. Do you have your stream on, Dean? Can you turn that off?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was Dean. Dean was the culprit. Okay, now I can turn the volume back up so people can hear it.
Probably a good second. It should be like that for every race, though, because I think it's only people that are in the red class that. Well,
All right. Cool. So we're just waiting on Bumper to join when he can. Slippy said he's out, but we've got 4 of us here.
Can he get on? He said,
So
oh, okay.
he's still watching it.
Who is?
Why did it stop? Very strange. I didn't know what to do anything. Right back on.
Let's see.
I'll bet money on that.
So, well, yeah, I know he wants to, but hopefully, no, be back.
Okie dokie. So, guys, Drew, are you there? You can hear me and everything?
Yeah.
Okay. And Dean. Thumbs up from Dean.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Ben, are you there? Are you still flying? Still flying a pack?
Yeah. I'm hiding.
He's there, but he's hiding. Okay, cool. And I just told Slippy that he could join in on the YouTube because I'm watching comments there, so we'll see. So, cool. Well, we have some viewers on YouTube as well watching us, so we got to behave ourselves, right? Well, cool. So, sorry for everybody that didn't hear it before. Drew, I'm sorry. Can you go over our next 2 races again, just so everybody can just start from the beginning? So we have the practice, and then we have the joint event. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. The practice is coming up, not this coming weekend, but the following. It's on the 20th. Sorry, the 21st. And then TOG is doing it on their weekend. And then following that, it's going to be the actual global qualifier event. It's going on August 3rd and August 4th. I put both events on MultiGP, but they're currently closed. I will be opening them soon once we figure out what pricing we're going to do on that. And I signed everyone up for it, all the club members for FoCo and also for TOG. So there's 14 people signed up. Our options are either charging people $20 or $10. I know TOG is charging people $20, and that includes their Saturday and their Sunday racing. But since they're setting everything up and doing the majority of the work, plus they have all the sponsors and advertisers and stuff, I think, and prizes in general, I think we should probably only charge $10, and that would include both days of racing with us. And I think that'll help us get some more people, and
Okay.
it doesn't make sense for us to charge 20. We're not hosting the whole thing.
Right. It's not our field. We're just doing an auxiliary fly.
Yeah. But I would like to get some prizes, depending on how many people sign up. $10 each is going to add up to a good amount.
Yeah, I think last year we did prizes from RDQ, if I remember correctly.
I'm getting some pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's so. Let's just say if you're not talking, let's go on mute. I think it might be Eagle View, Ben. I think.
Yeah, mute if you can. If you're not talking, guys.
Okay. Hey Ben,
Yo,
would you mind muting your account for just 1 second?
you want to mute me?
Just mute you because it's a lot of background noise.
You're a lot of back.
Usually, seeing as I'm not even in the frame much. Ooh, there I am. Hello. Okay, so Drew, so I guess we need to ask whether or not we're gonna charge $10 or $20. I kind of agree with you. Say $10. Dean, what do you think?
10 sounds good. It's just for us operating it that day, we're operating with their track, right?
Correct.
And we're doing 2 days.
Saturday and
Sunday.
No, but is it we're
Because
doing
each
both
chapter gets to
Oh,
do.
okay.
So each chapter gets to do 2 events.
Yeah.
And it's 5 races in each event.
Okay, I'm thinking $10 for each day.
And following them, we're going to do our 5 for our first event. And then on Sunday, they're going to do their second event.
What are they charging
of 5 races.
They're charging
They're
20.
charging 20.
for both days?
Yeah,
So
20
that
total.
$20 allows you to fly both events.
days. Okay, all right, then 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever we want to do.
I mean, the thing is,
I mean, if we want to take the same 20 and then give them 10 for using their facilities and stuff like that, then we can do that.
I don't know. I think just 10, collecting 10 and getting some prizes with that.
Well, if we were getting prizes, you'd have to do more money.
Yeah, I think last year.
Unless you do the
I thought you meant they were going to do 20 on Saturday and 20 on Sunday. But if it's I would say we should match them if it's 20 for both days if we want to do prizes. But that's just me trying to put more money back into the club too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Last year we spent every penny that we collected on prizes.
Yeah.
The club didn't make any money off last year's.
Right.
Yeah, we could do 10 and 10. I mean, that's what live stream is saying as well. It looks like TK says $10 a day is reasonable. Sounds good. I mean, if that's what TOD is doing, we might as well just match it.
They're doing $20 covers you for both days.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay $40 to TOG.
Correct.
But
only
you
20.
pay 10 if you're only going one day.
Yeah, we could do that. We could just do $10 a day, and then if you don't show up the
Right,
second
you guys
day,
are
we
liking
just
out
get
now.
10.
Right when we start. But
If we did,
so I wanted to get our logo, and I'm pretty sure I can get that done.
Ah.
What's that?
Man, of course, Drew is lagging out. He's been on for 30 minutes. Fine.
Yeah, you guys
And
are all lagging out too.
there we go. Now we can hear you. So you said you wanted to get the logo finalized.
Yeah, I'd like that. I mean, I sent that out to people. I
That's
don't know.
right. Keep
Anyone say they like the old one better, so.
Okay. All right, and Slippy's in the YouTube chat now, so. Slippy. Okay, so Ben, do you have anything to say about the logo? Did you like the old one, the new one? Which one is better?
I don't have much feedback. I haven't really looked at what the new ones are, honestly. I've been super busy. But
Okay.
logo, no, I don't have much. It doesn't really, like, whatever. It's a logo. I was never bothered by the initial one. If anything, I would just like to update it and update the pictures on, like, the banner from Chase and Roper and
Like, there's a local place I was thinking of doing that. And depending on how many we get, I think eventually by the end of the season, we probably want to get one for everyone or somewhere around there. So, I mean, what is it, 6 for club members and maybe more, like we give one to Chase and stuff like that. But then giving those out as prizes at certain events and at the global qualifier. So the more we get printed, the better. I don't have a quote yet, but I could get a quote for like 40 or 60 shirts, but probably white with a black logo on it or vice versa. I don't know if anyone has a color preference for that.
I just, if it matters, the only thing is white sucks because it's going to get easy or dirty easily. Even dark gray or light gray or anything is going to hide dirt and sweat better than white.
Yeah. Actually, black, like a black on a black matte logo on a gray shirt would look pretty good.
I don't want to stand in the field with a black shirt on. I've made that mistake a few times already.
Yeah, I think gray might be the best one. I mean, we could do any color, really, but typically neutral color is pretty good.
Right. Okay. Well, cool. So that should be everything about Global Qualifier and logo and T-shirts. So I wanted to ask you guys what your feelings were on positions and everything. For everybody on the live stream, obviously, y'all kind of don't know. Slippy says he likes the logo with the multi-GP colors. I think that was the second one that you sent, Drew.
Yeah, there's a couple of variations. The straight black one is kind of the one I was thinking would be just the generic one.
Yeah.
But then there's a couple different, variations of that.
Right.
Or color options we could do with it. I do actually like the multi-GP one.
Yeah, I think I'm looking back through the
doing
pictures.
Colors is more expensive.
Very, very true. But we could always, grayscale it for the shirts.
We just do black. One they have to pay for.
Yeah.
There's a hookup that I might be able to get us cheaper shirts on. There's a guy from the Whoop group who he lives in Leadville or some shit, and he does screen printing and stuff, and he wanted to do work for Tiny Loop.
Oh yeah,
Adam, you got
Jonathan.
Joseph Ponce de Leon.
Joseph,
Joe.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think he's on right now.
He would probably, I don't want to say anything for him. He wants to make his butter too, but he'd probably do him for next to cost for us.
I think he's watching actually, so we might just ask him.
Hey, dude. Sorry, I messed up your name.
Ben's talking for you. So.
No, but when you have a business,
very
this
true.
is the kind of stuff that you.
Yeah, I can get you the.
I'm not talking for anyone, but if he's down, man, that's probably a cheaper option. I'm not trying to shit on Drew's thing, but like, If we have someone from within the community who's down to help, we could probably get them cheaper.
Might as well. Yep, might as well support him too. You know.
Oh, Josh, I gotta talk to you about that too.
Which Josh is there? Is that Junior Ice?
Yes.
Cool.
Junior Ice himself.
Hey, Junior
Yeah.
Ice, I got a
Yeah,
question for
definitely.
him. Okay. I got a question for him, Ben.
What?
Will you ask him how website development's going?
And yeah, Dave does depend with that too. Like that looks in pretty mini logo on the front. Logo, you know,
Drew's roboting like
versus
crazy.
on the back.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He is.
So, what do you want to ask him? Because he's like, what? 6 inches from me.
Hey.
Right there.
Oh, he's right there. Hey, Junior Ice. How's website dev coming?
Jesus Christ, man. I mean, I can probably get something done in the next couple weeks, probably.
Okay, I mean it's not super critical. I just wanted to double check and see.
Yeah.
There he is.
So for update everybody on the live stream that hasn't seen it, we've been talking with the rest of the chapters in Colorado and Wyoming about getting a single web page that you would just go to. It'd just be coloradofpv.com, and then it would actually pull in information from all of the chapters events, so that way you could see every single chapter event across the state on one place, and then go click to register on a multi-GP through that website. It seems like everybody really likes that. What do people in the chat think? Do you think that would be a good idea? Would you use it? It's just something I've been talking with the other organizers about. Or any of you guys too, admins, if you guys have any thoughts or questions on it.
I think it's good, but who's going to maintain it?
So what I'm trying to do is I'm in talks with MultiGP right now to see if we can just get an API key into their website that would automatically pull their calendar. So whenever you create an event on the website, it just automatically pushes to ours.
Alright. I bet you Scully or someone would be happy to get that up.
Yeah, it's a little closer guarded than that, but yeah, we're working on it.
You just gotta grease the right wheels or know the right people.
Right. Cool. All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about our club, because I want to talk a little bit about roles and responsibilities and everything, and kind of talk. I mean, you guys know that I'm just kind of facilitating and being here for opinions just because of my job. I don't know if everybody else knew that, but like in the chat if they knew that, but I'm not officially an admin. You guys are the exec board. Personal opinion from seeing inside, I think that we should hold elections again and we should have a new exec board. What do you guys think about that?
I'm okay with it. My only issue is that treasure is hard to move around. It's kind of a pain in the butt to try to move from one person to another on that.
Do you want to stop being the treasurer?
What was that?
Do you want to stop being the treasurer?
No, I'm not saying I do.
No, that's fine. As long as that's clear, because, like, I mean, I would agree. If any of the positions that are going to be a pain in the ass to change, because you have all the account info for everything.
Yeah. No, I do need to do more, like, sending out of like monthly statements and stuff like that. I don't do that enough. I've just done it once or twice over the course of whatever. Over the course of time, especially when we're about to buy something big, like a $600 timer.
Yep, like the timer and the 3 laptops.
Monthly statement.
I've done it 2 or 3 times, I think.
Yeah, but I think if the treasurer could agree to doing monthly statements, that would definitely help a lot.
So, what did you have in mind, Taylor? I'm
Just-
switching up. You guys trying to overthrow me, running a coup d'etat?
No, I just wanted to see if anybody else wanted to get involved
I think
from
we're
the
just
community.
talking about, like, if anybody is, like, burned out or that's the way I'm looking at it. If anybody's burned out or would like to try a different role or something like that, then we can do something at that level.
Right. That's kind of my thought too. Sorry, I was on mute when I was saying that. Livestream heard me, but you guys didn't. I was just saying if anybody from the community wanted to get involved to help out, that would be awesome. Just because we have a great community. But you know, Drew, I know you're not really involved in any of the whoop races anymore, like planning or running or anything like that. I know you're mostly just focused on 5. But you know, is there anything else that we could be doing better?
Okay. Ben, are you on mute or not?
What?
Are you on? No, you're not on mute.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out my window.
I think your windows are down. I can't hear anything. Thanks, man.
Is it good now?
Yeah, it's better now.
We can hear you now.
Oh, yeah.
All we could hear was
Fair.
video's back. Okay. I was about to say something about Slippy was saying something about video, but it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's dark because it's like attached to a thingy in my car, but
Okay. So sorry, let's continue that conversation. Drew, I mean, how are you feeling about everything in general?
I mean, I'm fine with the 5-inch races. Definitely, maybe getting some more help. Like some people, I don't know. A lot of people have gone to TOG and help out with that. You know, so it's kind of hard to get some people that want to join our club, but it would definitely be nice. I want them to try and get like OGs and Jeff Fish FPV to help, but I think TOG snatched up OGs.
I know Mark has been talking to Byron for at least a couple months. So if that's happening now, it's been in the works for a while. So I wouldn't take that too personally. I know Byron's been working on him for months.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's always there helping out and stuff too, but, you know, he might want to have more of an opinion or, you know, more of a say of what's going on with the club. So I'm down for, like, anyone really that wants to help out.
Since I'm just making a suggestion here, and again, this is literally just a suggestion, but since the 5-inch races are really the only ones that have a real safety officer, would you consider taking a position of safety officer, Drew, if somebody else wanted to slide into president, if that were up for it?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Okay. Ben, what do you think about that?
Sorry, I'm trying to negotiate traffic. I heard part of it, but I didn't hear most of that at the end.
Okay.
Giving my position to Drew, I'm fine with it.
And then I did have a community member ping me when I first put out the Facebook post that said that they would be more than happy to lead the group. It's Jason JPro Peep. He mentioned that, you know, he's had some fraternity experience being one of the officers and really kind of working on groups, trying to get them, you know, good leadership. I don't know if he's interested in just helping out or if he's interested in being on the admin. He said, because his decision to me was, what do I need to do to get involved in exec? Are there meetings? Are the roles described? Et cetera, et cetera. I asked him to join tonight, but I don't think he made it. I think he's probably busy doing something else. But
Well, we also don't really have a vice president at the moment.
it's true. It's definitely true.
We need, I hate to say it, but I think we need someone with like very little going on in their life except this. Like the amount of races we're trying to hold and the amount of stuff we're trying to coordinate, I feel like it takes a lot of attention. But Bumper's here.
Hey, Bumper. Hi, Bumper.
We have a couple on the. A couple of.
I think you're speeding, boy.
I am muted. Okay, no, I'm not muted.
No, he said he's speeding because Bumper's hauling ass wherever
Yeah, he
he
is.
When I'm 90, I'm going to be going 90, so I feel you.
I was gonna say, does your car even go 90, Ben?
Hell yeah, it does, with a downhill and a tailwind. All of it's going real fast.
Oh.
Well, so
Yeah, so there's a guy, TK, whoever that is in the chat. What's that, Drew?
if someone takes over my position, I have a bunch of AMA paperwork.
Okay.
That needs to be like updated and paid every year. And that's including like if we change positions and stuff like that, or add other club members, and then all the insurance stuff too for our fields and events.
Okay. Yeah, that would just be something we'd have to, if we change, we'd have to kind of get an idea to the new person of what to do and going from there. Again,
Yeah,
I don't know, like,
I'm recently renewed. I
yeah.
think it was like 3 months ago I renewed all that information. But it's
Okay.
kind of
Yeah.
a pain because they change it a little bit each year and make you fill out all the same paperwork in a different way.
Yeah.
Right.
AMA is a pain in the butt.
They
everyone's
usually
information
are.
together.
Okay.
So we did have a few questions on the online. They said something about Mark keeps on trying on Mark. I'm sorry, Byron keeps on working on Mark, but Mark is not accepting, at least in the TOG part of
So I'll
it.
get the marks in the chat.
I don't know. That's just what's being said on the chat. So,
Well,
by Slippy actually.
I was gonna say I'm not trying to say anyone's doing anything. I just know that like Byron's been trying to work on him for a while now.
Yeah. And Slippy said we need voting rules at some point, and I agreed with him and said who votes, etc. I think we need to get like a list of like members together, like and actually we've got the one that goes to AMA. Everybody who has an AMA card, but it really depends on whether we are a AMA group or are we a multi-GP group. And if we're a multi-GP group, then the group that is online is much bigger than the one that is from AMA. So, and I'm talking like 10 people on AMA compared to 200 on multi-GP. So, how we sort that out, how we work through that, I think we need to work through that. Just like you said, we need to have some voting rules and actually have some elections. So,
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Like voting on what?
just for officers and stuff like that. I mean, we want people that everybody wants.
Not that we don't want who's in position now.
Exactly. That's what I'm meaning.
I'm gonna mute myself because I bet you this is gonna be total fucking chaos.
Okay. Looks like Walmart. All right, so I think we need to throw that out there somewhere. We need to like draft it somehow.
Okay.
Just what we need to do in that kind of what is it? Guidelines or I'm not sure what it is in a club. They call it something. Charter.
Yeah, do you have a charter structure or anything
Exactly.
like that?
Yeah, that's what we need.
It'd be nice to know how many positions we're looking for and what they are and what's required so that we can advertise them to anybody who's dumb enough to take them.
Hey, go back on mute. I liked you better when you were on mute.
Audio PA position.
Did I say that out loud? I thought I was on
You
mute.
did, yes.
And cook.
Yeah,
And the chef.
And sheet
just
bathroom
kidding.
cleaner.
Totally kidding. It would just be nice though. But then when somebody says, "Oh, what's involved?" you can say, "Here, take your pick. We're looking for 3 positions.
Yeah.
One guy does rectal exams. One guy collects money."
Wow. All right, I'm gonna force mute you here in just a second. Good lord.
Aren't you glad I got signal?
No,
Oh yeah.
not at
that's
all.
awesome. We would not be who we are without your grandma, dude.
Well, so
who's in charge of that?
Actually,
So I mean, in our original like charter, it actually outlines the 5
You guys
positions
aren't
we
going
have.
to do elections tonight, right?
No.
no.
We're just talking about like setup and everything like that.
Because, like, yeah, I'm down to help, like, paint a clearer picture here. There's a lot of stuff that I feel like if we get some explicit details out on paper, it'd be a lot more
discussing stuff now.
who can do what.
The original setup we did at, I think it was at Adrian's house.
Yeah.
And Josh was still part of the group then, and he was kind of the maintainer of the website at that point. And then we started just talking about charter information and everything like that. We wrote it up fairly quickly. It wasn't super detailed, but I think it does need to be updated since we're bigger and we've got $1,200 or bouncing between $1,200 and $2,000 in the bank at any moment. I mean, this is a real deal, so we need to make sure that we have a charter to handle it.
Right.
I think we need to get a prize pool for the 5-inch races too.
Yeah.
Other than just the t-shirts, but something, some cameras, some BTXs. I don't know, it's kind of hard too though. People want what they want. They don't, if you give them a camera and they have 3 backups already, what's the good in that?
Yeah. And training races are a little bit less formal. We just do a raffle and give away $20 for every 4 that are there, and that seems to work out well. So at the 5-inch races, I mean, we could probably do the same kind of thing, except for I think that's a lot more competitive, and you wouldn't really want to just give away just random money to people. I think that's probably something that you give a first, second, third kind of thing for.
I would rather do a raffle, or like where anyone can win it, than giving like first, second, and third.
Well, I mean,
that's
where we got to decide whether we're a competitive club at that level, or
what tier are we right now?
I don't know. What was that?
Tier 2. I think we're 2.
Yeah.
We're tier 2.
What do we have to bump up?
We should be bumped up. We have enough. I think we have enough credentials now to go up to level 1. You don't think so?
We're supposed to host 3 other chapters and start 3 other chapters, which there's pretty much no way we can do that.
Wow.
The only one we could possibly do is the Wyoming.
We can claim the Wyoming right now, kind of.
But we did that to get tier 2.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Got some hair coming out your ears.
Ben's pulling out the
The filters.
Oh my God.
Good God.
That's a pretty good one.
Okay, so I did find the original organizational bylaws of Fort Collins Drone Club. So I can share those in the admin chat, so we have those. But I've got the original charter from 2017, which I think, Drew, you probably have the updated one when it got rechartered. And then I actually have the bylaws. As far as executive in here, it says nominations and elections. Da, 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 da. Officers. Officers of the Drone Club shall be a president, an executive vice president, a chief financial officer, and vice president. And
You mean I actually have like a CFO title instead of treasurer?
ooh, what do you know? Yeah, there's actually terms in here. Now we could go in and we can rewrite these and do an amendment to the bylaws, but because right now they're a little convoluted, but it basically just says that we need to have, according to the terms, a president, an executive vice president, a chief financial officer, and a vice president.
All right.
AMA needs a safety coordinator too.
Yeah, it doesn't say that in here, but I do agree with that.
AMA says you have to have one.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, and then it has our. I'm just reading through it. It has our fly site McConnell Field on here. That's registered with them, and then it has the original club details, and then the original list of clubs, club members, which was Brennan Zellner. Haven't talked to him in a while.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I can send that out to everybody, so we all have that.
Well, he was the one that basically was maintaining it before.
Yeah.
And him and Josh, so.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'm checking back in on the chat here.
Somebody says we look like a freeze-frame disco.
Yeah.
How much did you smoke, Slippy?
Whatever.
So what Bumper said before brought up two thoughts of mine about using McConnell Field. I know we tried out that other field, but like it could be really nice. The storage was a bit of an issue there, and as I've driven past it, they definitely have some pretty tall grass growing there, or some wheat or whatever. I mean, it's like at least 2 feet tall, if not more. So that wouldn't have worked out for the whole season. So what do we plan on doing next year? Are we going to stay at McConnell's? And that also brings up the thought of getting the porta potty put out there, which I don't think McConnell would be too thrilled about that.
We asked him about it at one point, and he said that we could put it outside of the fence.
But now that's owned by somebody else.
Right, and so...
But I think maybe in the corner of that fence where we park, kind of.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. It's just a thought for...
It would have to be accessible by the trucks that come by and empty it, so...
They haven't done the new owners of Me Oh My.
No, I don't know who owns them.
They haven't been very active.
No.
Using that. Supposedly they were going to fill with used cars.
What?
Interesting.
It's a really little lot for used cars.
Right.
Yeah.
End up buying some space from McConnell or something.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about whoop racing. Obviously, June was hard because of I.O. July is starting to get hard, but I just want to make sure that I want to get some feedback from you guys, feedback from the community, kind of asking about the number of races, the locations of races. Should we hold off until September? Stuff like that.
Yeah, Taylor, you're pretty hard to hear.
Okay.
I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe somebody else is on.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, I can have.
Okay. I was going to ask about whoop races to see, do we like the number that we're doing? Do we want to do less? Locations. Do you guys like the month in advance scheduling? Let's just talk about whoop races, and then also should we hold off for July and not hold any, or just hold one or two, et cetera, et cetera. So talk.
I'm hearing somebody talking. I just hear echoes.
It was either Bumper or Ben, I think.
Yeah,
Not sure.
I think it was Bumper.
Hey, Bumper.
So I've been painting for the last 13 hours. I'm a little out of it.
So is that why you look very high?
Yeah, I'm very high on paint. But it sounds like you guys don't need me. It sounds like we need to do a little back work on the positions that we need and have another meeting soon. Another little chit chat soon.
Yeah, we need to get the charter, which will include the definitions.
Yeah.
But Taylor asked a question about tiny whoop races and having the month ahead schedule and all those kind of things. What works, what doesn't. What venues have been working, what haven't. I know we want to get Outback kicked up to the level of having Hydra and all those things present there, and also Cyclist wanted to do Dusty wanted to do some DJ stuff there too. So I like those. I like those ideas, and I think we should go through with those.
I've been thinking about the whole thing. We've got like 3 different setups really. We've got like an adult whoop, we've got like a family whoop, and then we've got like a hardcore whoop where, I mean, to me, E-Team's kind of hardcore. It's a warehouse kind of setting. It's kind of like
I think there's a kid that visited Tuesday night, and he was just watching us race and wanting to get in it, and so he's probably going to go off and buy a whoop. That I think is the more I wouldn't say super friendly, family friendly, but I would definitely say that anybody that's new can come to that one and not feel intimidated.
Okay. See what you know what I mean though. There's like different classes of event kind of thing.
Yeah,
and then
I
there's
agree.
also the invitational thing, and that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah. That's that's a pro race, is what it is.
Yeah, I feel like we're just trying to shove the same peg into 4 different holes, kind of over and over.
Yeah, but I think the diversity is actually a good thing.
I know it's cool. I just think we need to treat them a little bit differently. Maybe the Outback should just be once a month, and especially when whoop season really comes around.
Yeah.
That's when we could go to twice a month because we need the spot or whatever.
Right.
I don't want to use it up like the Outback. I don't want to use it up and have. We had 4 people fly. I think it was kind of a flop, and we took over half their building. And it's just I don't want to go there with them. I want to try to.
I understand that would. I mean, any race that happened over the last couple of weeks while I had all the gear in Indiana and at IO, then those I apologize for that. That's just the way that it works. And whenever we do something like that.
No, it's not about that. I just
I know.
I think
and the
having
big
3
picture
a
things,
week is a bit
like-
much.
Yeah, having 2 a week and 2 on the same night and all that stuff during the summer, I think is too much. And then I think during the winter, it dilutes our events. And that's the long conversation about whether more people or more batteries is better. But
Well, I think it's good that we kind of cut back in the summertime because we do have a lot more light until 9 o'clock. A lot of people. Ben was just flying a few minutes ago. We have a lot more people flying 5-inch and stuff like that at night. So
I would really like to start a 2-inch chapter.
yeah, but we need a really specialized venue for that. If we're going to do it indoors.
Well, yeah, if we're going to do it indoors, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe, I mean, even if we only host it every once in a while, you know, like just randomly,
Did you see
Have
that
like
thing
like a
Did you see that
toothpick.
thing I posted about no hot dogs?
I saw something about that.
So that's a chapter out of Illinois that it's called Micro Mecca, and the guy got mad at Multi GP because he says the head-to-head pilot races are dead with staggered starts and all that. So they built this whole Micro Mecca where they race 2-inch racers through the woods, and they do barbecue and beverages and just like a huge ordeal every time they do it.
Huge ordeal. Yeah.
I
If
thought
it's
it
to the
was
point where it's no fun, you don't want to do that.
right.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was saying the guy's putting on ribs at 6:00 in the morning, and they're like trimming trees, and you know it's one thing to have a race, and it's another thing to have an event. Like we gotta,
Hey Ben, is this your hat, by the way?
What?
Is this your hat?
It now has legs.
No, hot dog, no.
No? Okay.
I wish I had a hot dog hat, but I don't.
It just ended up in my gear one day, and I was like, okay.
You should give that to
I think
Bumper.
Kelly dropped it in there, but I'm not absolutely sure.
Bumper is the chapter chef, so
I
I
need a-
think you
I
should
need a
have
name
the
for
hot dog hat.
Here you go, Albert.
hey, are we getting a close up of Ben? How'd you do that?
Puts his eye in the corner.
Nice.
All right, I have to go take a shower before my wife will let me come in the house.
You taking a shower
I
outside?
like painting my
Oh
hair.
my gosh. You look like you purposely did that.
I have a rental house, and my tenants moved out on short notice, so I had to like paint the whole place and put in a new bathroom and
Get it ready.
stuff that has nothing to do with drones. It was very not unfun stuff.
What a bumper.
I haven't flown in at least 48 hours. Starting to get the twitch.
Dude, today was the first time I've flown 5-inch in like 2 weeks.
Since I know.
It's in Florida.
I saw you on Sunday.
Oh, it is been 2 weeks. Never mind.
Right. Okay.
All right, love you all. I gotta go.
Okay, bye.
You too, man.
You can assign me any project you want. Tell me what to do.
Yeah, you know, by leaving right now, all the stuff that the shit jobs get posted to you, right?
You want to take
Oh,
over
yeah.
social media, Bumper?
Wait,
Trickle down.
Do you plan on bringing your audio system to the global qualifier with TOG August 3rd and 4th?
August 3rd. I better check my calendar. I think I get back on the 1st, so that would be yes. Let me look at my calendar while you're asking me these questions, though.
We can make do without, but obviously
Um,
it's far superior with. And I'm sure TOG would appreciate having that set up too. I'm sure you could talk to Coco about leaving it there overnight too, like from the storage.
I'm gone from the 20th until the 1st, so I'll be just getting back, and I'm sure I can bring my audio system.
Okay.
I'll give it to somebody to bring.
Hey, Bumper, did you hear my question earlier, by the way?
No.
Would you like to take over social media?
Ooh, that's interesting.
Doing like all the postings that I do and the calendar and everything like that?
the calendar is more secretary. Sorry, but he would reflect the calendar online.
Yeah, I'm not against social media at all.
Okay.
I'm not
Don't
not
ever
like
give me that job.
I'm not a Mike Stafford if that's what you're looking for.
I mean, you're a silver fox right now if you could just keep that look going on.
I can't sit still. I have to go take a shower. I love you guys.
Bye.
I'm done. So, assign me whatever you want. I'll see you soon.
Okay, bye.
All right.
See you, Bump.
Cool. All right. Well, That's really all the questions I had and everything I wanted to cover tonight. Do you guys have anything else?
Is there anything more about that vert park and the mayor?
No, I reached out to the guy at the Parks Department, left him a voicemail when I first got that. I haven't heard back. I've just been so busy that I haven't called again. So
That's just
that's my fault. I dropped the ball, but I will definitely, if I can get somebody else to focus on the social and kind of getting all the races, stuff like that, posted, then I'd be more than happy to just do like full-time outreach. I actually, that new trampoline park that just got put in, I'm actually talking to her right now. She said to get back in touch with her around this time in July.
Where is that one at?
Harmony and Ziegler,
Oh, okay.
right where the old Toys
Pretty
R Us
nice.
was.
Yeah.
Jump off. I just realized my phone's at 3% again.
Nice.
Was that what happened earlier?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thought so.
Okie dokie. Well,
Josh, of USB-C charger.
Nope.
So, Ben or Dean, if you want to send me that guy's information,
I have
I'll
one
talk
right
to him about the T-shirts getting printed.
yeah, I'm talking to him right now. By the way,
Yeah.
Joseph. Yeah, he just pinged me. He wanted to know. He wants events closer to Leadville, by the way. And he says, how many, what sizes, colors, budget, when do you need them, etc. He's watching right now, so if you wanted to run down those questions.
Cool.
I have the vector artwork, and it would either be just black,
Okay, bye, Ben.
or it would be
Even.
3-color, blue, maroon, and black. So either black and white or the color. And then I'm thinking probably 50 T-shirts. And color-wise, if we do just black, maybe like a gray or a medium gray with a black logo on it would look kind of cool.
Okay.
For the colored version, I'm not sure what color would look best with the dark blue, black, and maroon. Yeah, but I'm thinking 50 T-shirts. Probably like size-wise, a few mediums and mostly larges or a couple extra larges. That's the hard part, is getting the sizing right. Because like ordering a whole bunch of T-shirts and then you end up, everyone wants an extra large.
Right.
And you end up with 10 or 20 mediums that never get used.
Right.
But usually on the larger side, so maybe even larges and extra larges only, depending on the size. Sometimes extra large is what other companies are in large. So that kind of makes a difference too. But I'd say 50 for the first print.
Okay.
And then we'd need them in like 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, August 3rd.
Okay.
But I have the vector artwork, either one, the color or the black.
Cool. What I'll do is I'll get you connected with him directly in Messenger. So just check your messages here in just a little bit, and I'll have you guys ping together so you guys can talk about it a little bit more.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I think
so
the
Steven.
multi-GP would probably look good on the light gray if we did multi-GP colors. It's just a matter of cost. How much extra is
Right.
the 3-color version going to be over the just black?
Okay.
But we'll be pulling in a couple $100
Cool.
from the global qualifier, so that should cover the shirts and then some.
Cool. There it is. So, all right.
I agree. We have the money to throw around if we need to grab something and like forward some money for shirts and stuff like that. We do have money, so no worries about that.
We could do some hoodies too for the winter. We could do hats also.
Do the little things that go over your transmitter and keep your hands warm.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think T-shirts to start, and
Yeah.
we can get hats and hoodies done later.
Okay.
But then maybe some other prizes too.
Agreed, Slippy.
Yeah, Slippy said he thinks they should look good first, then find a reasonable price. So if we do the multi-GP colors and then
On like a light gray like this.
yeah,
We gotta look good.
yep, I agree.
Look good.
Let's look good.
That would, I think the dark maroon and blue would look good on this color.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Well, we'll figure that out with Joe and kind of go from there. Dean, Drew, do you guys have anything else to bring up? Any other questions or anything?
No, Slippy, he did come up with a Whoop-based version, but he's working on a little bit more of it because it was a little bit off because the artwork was too small, but he's working on it.
The one that I designed?
Yeah, the one we talked about.
Yeah. Well, I could make my own version. That was just like the one that came to head, and the one I could easily pull off of the Tiny Whoop website and kind of throw on there. But yeah, something darker and more solid. And I tried just the Tiny Whoop logo, like the written font, and that looks okay, but not quite right.
I don't think we want to do that. Then again, if we have multi-GP on there, then we can have Tiny Whoop on there too. But
yeah,
if we can say if we are sponsored by Whoop in some way, then we can do that. But
I think maybe having like 3 Tiny Whoops coming out of that, kind of out of that diamond.
Yeah,
like a small, like 2
that would
small
look good.
ones.
Yeah,
and then a third one kind of like chasing. We could even throw like the shape of your gate in there. I don't know. That might be.
Either way.
Yeah. So. Okie dokie. Well, I don't have anything else. Do you guys?
No.
Not really.
Nope. Over and out.
Cool. Well, we'll get we'll get that charter. Maybe we can post that up, the bylaws, so I can work with them. I'll go through and amend them real quick, and then we can get that signed at the Global Qualifier event. Drew, like, get that re-signed so it actually looks right. And then once we do that, we can hold elections after August. And just
we'll have to come up with a list too.
Yeah, of everything that we need to elect for. So. Yeah. Any questions from chat? Travis says it needs machine guns and rockets on it. He says
Travis is just
he's trolling.
Totally full of crap right now. He's just typing crazy stuff. All right, real questions. Does anybody else have some real questions on the chat?
I think my encoder just shut down. I think it's getting sad. Yeah, it's getting real sad.
Oh, yeah, I don't see it live anymore.
Yeah, it just got real sad.
Well, we can respond to the comments, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'll just put there encoder. Encoder. All right.
It seems like it's actually working still.
Yeah. Oh, there it goes. Well, now it's back down to 600. 0.
Drone clash event ever. What's drone clash?
Head-to-head. Chicken?
That would be drone crash.
Tiny Whoop versus 5-inch?
Yeah, that would be a murder. That would be, yeah.
I had 5-inch versus Tiny Whoop gate. That didn't work so well.
Yeah, it's like...
Right. Still have that video somewhere. It was kind of ridiculous of Dean's gate getting exploded.
That was Matt's son, right?
Yeah.
That was Zach, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, I can make it. Didn't make it through the first part of it.
Didn't even make it.
That was funny. Hilarious. I gladly
That's one word for it.
I gladly gave up that gate to have that experience. That was really funny.
So, actually, Dean, the gates, I was just thinking of the fabric that we've been discussing.
Yeah.
And that somebody responded to your post about some other, what was it, like some other gate company that makes.
Oh yeah, I saw that, but I didn't respond to it.
They're woven PVC, so that probably would be stronger.
Huh. Interesting.
I saw some pretty good reviews, but then again, I didn't really see any like long term. Like, oh, we've had these for 5 months and they're still in great shape.
Right.
Didn't see any of that.
Right.
They do custom prints on them, and depending on how many you buy, if you buy like 7, you get a good discount. And they're supposed to be cheaper than the multi-GP gates too. So it might be worth getting some of those. They take like 2 or 3 weeks. And depending on how much, obviously, the less they cost. But we could put our logo on there.
Yeah.
We even put like chapter member names or I don't know, whatever. Pilot names on there, you know. And have like a different gate for each member.
Yeah, we could do
Oh,
that
that's
eventually.
funny. Yeah. This is the Technoid sponsored gate.
Yeah, you know, something. You could even like throw your own graphic on there if you wanted to, like your
That'd
bright
be-
blue. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that might be worth looking at. I think they're better quality gates than the multi GP ones.
Yeah, well, what was surprising is that Chris said that he was willing to try some other runs of other gates that are underneath multi-GP, just because of that discussion. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He hasn't said anything else about it, but the comments are continuing on that post because it's just funny. I couldn't help but just laugh at the fact that it's just wrapped up in spaghetti there. So
Yeah.
But that company looked pretty decent. I don't know, like, and I wouldn't be able to get around to testing some other fabric until the winter. You know, I mean,
all we need to do really is bring pieces of it out there and put it in the middle of the field somewhere and just actually attack it.
Yeah, but they have so and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, not really. I mean, you could go out and get a piece of that the chloroplast like Travis was talking about, and just put it out there in the field and just attack it and see what happens.
Right.
And it's not likely to hurt your props or anything like that, and it's going to be a fun game anyway.
Right.
But there's
I use your quad for that.
yeah. This one, the indestructible one. That one. Yeah. Although I can't say it's indestructible because I've broken the camera 3 times. But
I think that'd be great though.
your camera's faced on a weird thing on the live stream.
I know. I forgot that I had an extra monitor, so now you can actually see me on live stream too.
Oh,
Yeah.
hello.
We don't want to see you too.
That's actually much more live than what's going on right now. See, I can go 1, 2,
Okay.
3. Oh wow, it's delayed. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's so bad. I'm watching
Yeah,
it.
Let's
And
not get
it's
hung up on that again.
Really, really delayed.
cool. And we
But
tried.
but
I'm
I would
still
really
waiting.
love to get some fabric.
Oh my god, that's really delayed. All right, we need to fix. But yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly.
Something we don't have to replace. And
Yeah, I mean,
the other thing too is like it really doesn't have to be that breathable, because even the multi-GP ones, if it's windy, they're bent. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
They catch the wind just as much as a flat fabric would.
Yeah, and that's why I said to Chris, I said it really doesn't seem to matter. It's going to blow over. If the wind comes, it's going to blow over.
The only one is like the hurdle that should probably be.
Yeah.
The hurdle should have some air ventilation through it.
And it should, yeah, exactly. And they usually do.
Yeah, if you cut those little like slits in it, the U-shaped slits in it, usually that helps a lot. So
Yeah.
Okay.
We need more PVC for the club, and we kind of need to clean out that shed too. There's garbage that needs to be taken away, and just an organization. There's all that like foam, the foam noodles that we used to use for gates, and it's all disintegrating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have any? Does anybody have a truck in the group?
I'm sure we can find one.
Yeah. Just something to take it. Take it or
one
whatever.
day somebody's got to just grab some of that garbage.
I mean, Adrian's got a truck.
I bring garbage bags out there so we can just fill them. I just can't really, with all the other stuff I'm carrying, can't really fit it in my car.
Yeah.
But
if it's well sealed, I'll take it home. It's no big deal.
We're gonna need gas for the generator too at the next event.
Okay.
We need what?
Gas.
Gas
Okay.
for the
We should
generator.
probably do the oil too. I don't know how many hours we burn it, but it's probably about time.
Yeah, I can check that. So I'm gonna probably get some PVC pipe,
Okay.
or at least talk to Fish about it because I think Fish can get it for a pretty good discounted price.
Okay.
And we need some of the elbows, and we also need PVC glue.
PVC glue.
Yeah.
Are we going to try to glue them together?
No, so some of the cut pieces, some of the broken legs I've cut and spliced two together, and they have just that straight 180 degree connector.
Mm-hmm.
And those need to be glued because anytime someone hits that, the gate goes flying apart. Or when I'm dragging them out to set them up, half of the arm will pop off, So just that part needs to be glued.
Yeah, I can see the top bracket where it comes over and then drops. Glue that part.
The
But
90
you
degree
do want to leave the
on
other
one
part for
side.
strain relief.
The 90 degree on one side, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, the only problem with that is when they break the top one. If they break that top one, then you kind of lose both halves.
I bought a huge bag of corners. I thought
We're out of 90 degree corners.
Oh, we are. Okay.
Yeah, but we do have the 3-way connectors.
Okay.
Which actually the tops could all be made out of 3-way connectors, so we could double up gates.
True.
Like we have been.
Yeah. That's why I bought the extra ones of those, just saying, well, if we want to use them for that, then use them. But if you guys need to buy anything for the club, just basically go on the website, get this is approved. I'm fine with it, and just send me a receipt. Send me an invoice to FoCo FPV on
Gmail.
PayPal, and I'll pay it. It'll just send me. That's actually the way that Jesse and I deal with stuff all the time. Is that he just sends me. I send him an invoice, and he sends me money back, and he sends me an invoice, and I send him money back. So it works out pretty well that way. And so that way, there's a logging of what was purchased and everything like that. As long as you put in the information about what it is, or scan off the receipt or something like that, then it's really, or take a picture of the receipt. It makes it really easy for me to keep track of stuff. So
okay.
I'd like to do it through there as much as possible. Right now, what happens is I end up getting I get $20 or $30 from an event or whatever, or I get the money that I got from you the other day, Drew. I just basically went over there and put $30 into PayPal and just kept the cash, and then that way it's in, and then I can label it and it's all taken care of. So if anybody has, if anybody collects money from an event, just PayPal it to the site and just make a note on what it is. Okay. Use friends and family, not purchase.
Well, but so I'm sorry, I got that part about if I get money at the events, and I've usually just been holding on to it to pay for
pay for the field. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Or to reimburse.
But what happens there is that it gets kind of convoluted, and I can't really keep track of how many. This month we made this much on races. That kind of gets weird. So if you can send me if you can keep track of it and send me information based on that, then that's good. That's good enough for me. But you just need to kind of keep track of it for budgeting purposes and stuff.
Yeah, so that's the part I missed is the receipts. You want me to send them to the PayPal email address?
Yeah, just put in not the PayPal email address. Just you can deposit it and just send it to PayPal. And so you'd send it out of your account and you just keep the cash. Is what I'm saying. You understand?
Yeah, I'm talking about if I went and bought PVC piping.
Yeah, if you went and bought PVC pipe, then you go and make an invoice to FoCo FPV
At
And then-
PayPal?
on PayPal. Yeah, it's an option in PayPal. You can go in there and create an invoice.
And then